Hi everyone, and welcome to NXT. Mike today, Jim Ross and Booker T here. And today on NXT, we're going to have a good show here today. On NXT, Mike today says, yes we are Mike today, Jim Ross says. We're going to have a good show here today on NXT, and believe it or not, NXT was the last show that I worked on when my two-diff run in WWF WWE came to an end. Now between 94 while at 2003 between FYL. Well, you're right, Booker T says. We're going to have a good day here today, Mike and Jim. Two of you folks who never truly worked together. But you two seem to have a lot that's the same. Don't you know, Jim, when you left MACW, WCW in 9 between 93 YL. By 9 between 94 YL, Mike today would come along and take your stead. Are you starting shit between me and Jim Ross, Mike today says, about what happened in MACW, WCW, and what happened in WWF, WWE? Well, Jim Ross said, don't start anything, Booker T. I know you're a heel, but seeking to play off two play-by-play cards against each other isn't going to work. Well, you went heel, Jim Ross. First in 9 between 96 YL and again in 9 between 99 YL. And Mike, today you went heel in 2001 YL in WCW. So, yeah. Don't start, Mike today says. Not the time or the stead, Jim Ross says. Guess what? Austin Theory says. Me and Austin Aries, we want our straps back. We want our match with the TWF World Tag Team Fighters. Yeah, that's right, James Kurt and Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel. We want our tag team winnings back. So I hope you two aren't lost somewhere or been missteaded somewhere. Because God forbid if you both are. You know. Well, I guess we got some. No, Austin Theory says, you're not going to get away with, oh, I went missing. Oh, they steaded me somewhere, and they don't know where I'm at. We're not going to pull that stunt. Well, we did not pull that stunt, Austin Theory. As you know, I am here, and I will beat you. And I'm here too. So, do you two want us to give you another match for the TWF World Tag Team Winnings because you two think that James Kurt and Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Glass didn't beat you fair and right or something like that? Yeah, that's what we think. I only needed to get a Fight Lord in here. And then we'll take those straps right off of you wannabe wrestlers. Alright, I heard enough. Alright, Astronema goes, I've heard enough. James Kurt, Captain Marvel, Lead Woman Glass, good to see you both. Austin Theory, Austin Aries, not so happy to see you both. But here's what we're going to do. Since you two making such a big deal out of it, here today on NXT, we're going to see James Kurt, Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Glass, whatever, take on Austin Aries, Austin Theory for the TWF World Tag Team Winnings. Well, we just heard from Astronema, you know, the overseer of leadership here of the toy wrestling gathering, you know. And she made the match here today for the TWF World Tag Team winnings, Mike today says, that goes back to at least early as between 98 YL with, believe it or not, Scott Hall, formerly Razor Ramon, Kevin Nash, formerly Diesel, the Outsiders. Alright, this match is for the TWF World Tag Team winnings. First, they are Austin Aries and Austin Theory. And they are the TWF World Tag Team Fighters. Lead man James Kurt and lead woman Marvor Glass. Meaning, well, we're going to see if a Marvel self and a Paramount Global self can still win this match here. Well, let me tell you a little saga and tale behind this one, Jim Ross says. A lot of folks might think that James Kurt, played by show player William Shatner, they might think that he can't wrestle you, but he can, Mike today said. A hip toss by James Kurt, who might not be what some folks believe when they think of a Star Rider, Mike today says. Jim Ross says lead man James Kurt right now is showing that he has the wrestling skills, not a hip toss. You know, Mike today says. Jim Ross says they have been a good team, even though they only came together last week when they won the TWF World Tag Team winnings, Jim Ross says. Yeah, well, Booker T says, and so did I. I mean, I teamed up with Stevie Ray, and I won the WCW Tag Team winnings at least about 5 or 6 times. Then I won it for the last time with Test. But then somehow, some way, I became a 3-time WFW Tag Team fighter with Test Goldust and Rob Van Dam. But no one would never say, that our tag team was the greatest. Booker T says, and Austin Theory's going to give him the A downtown. Booker T says, would you stop making fun of James Kurt? Mike today says, would you stop that? Jim Ross says. I mean, that's not funny. 1, 2, and a kick out. Not funny to make fun of someone the way they talk, Jim Ross says. Shame on you, Booker T. Yeah, shame on you too, Mike today said. A tag in, and James Kurt is out, and now Marvel's in now. And this Marvel came from the Glassport Thrift Middle, and she just took down Austin Theory with one fist, one strike. And that took down the Fight Lord too, Mike today says. Well, Jim Ross says, Captain Marvel, lead woman Glass, what do you want to call her? Played by show player Scarlett Johansson. And at the end of the day, we all know that they make a good tag team, Jim Ross says. And they're going to keep the TWF tag team winning for some time. No fair, Booker T says. One is an over-good doer with some kind of overmight, so has an unfair upper hand. And Austin Theory is trying to seek to put her to sleep with his hold that he did in his 2 runs in TNAW and WWE and the NWA. Will it work here? No. Captain Marvel, lead woman Glass, picks up Austin Theory and a body slam. And a strike, and down he goes. Austin Theory is out. Austin Aries is out, Mike today says, being misled between both of their names being Austin. Mike today says. Wait a minute. Austin Aries is coming in now. He wants to stop the cover. Here comes James Kirk. Oh! James Kirk just took Austin Aries, Austin Theory out. The match is over, Jim Ross says. We're going to get a 1, 2, 3, Mike today said. No, Booker T says. You can't lose to these two. That can't happen. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And still the TWF World Tag Team Fighters, Captain James Kirk, lead man James Kirk, and lead woman Marvel. And now Austin Aries and Austin Theory can go back to being the losers, Mike today said that they are right now, because they did not win the match, Mike today says. And they're not the two-time TWF World Tag Team Fighters, Mike today says. No, they're not, Jim Ross says. But Austin Aries and Austin Theory did put in the time, but they did not win the TWF World Tag Team winnings. Booker T says, because I tell you, one's a over good doer, and the other one is some really bad take of a Star Rider. That's why, Booker T says. All right, everyone. Take it away, Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Mike today and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with lead woman Marvel and lead man James Kirk. First off, James Kirk, you have spent many years of being the lead man of the Starship Enterprise, or whatever the English word for that would be, business. How's it feel? Well, once again, Tony Schiavone, you see, we won the match with Captain Marvel, or lead woman Marvel, beat Austin Aries and Austin Theory. Very happy to have my first wrestling match here today on NXT. Do you truly talk like that, or is that just the way folks make fun of you like? No, I guess I do talk like that. Some folks do like to shame me for talking that way. You know, it's the way that William Shatner spoke when he played me. But anyway, I am still the TWF World Tag Team Fighter. Yes, you are. And your teammate, Captain Marvel, or lead woman Marvel Glass, she also helped you out too. Yes, she did, Tony Schiavone. Helped me out of that bind that I was in, and we beat Austin Aries and Austin Theory. Jeez, does he really talk like that? Alright, Captain Marvel, lead woman Glass. Yes, James Kirk does talk like that. Or I guess he does, I don't know. All I know is that we beat Austin Aries and Austin Theory, and we're still the TWF World Tag Team Fighters. And a lot of folks can guilt us and shame us and say, oh, one's a over good doer. The other one is the other one is a Star Rider, who spent most of his time shooting spent most of his time on a starship, either being shot at or shooting at, or always having a gun out. But anyway, we beat Austin Aries and Austin Theory, and at the end of the day, we're still the TWF World Tag Team Fighters, so they can just suck it. Well, I never thought I would hear Captain Marvel or lead woman Marvel or Glass say suck it, but I guess there's always a first time for everything. Back to you, Mike today and Jim Ross. Thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Thank you for talking with lead man James Kirk and lead woman Marvel or Glass here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here. I, Mike today, Jim Ross, and Booker T. We hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Mike.